Hello everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO Top 10 MOCs of the Week episode where I show you guys the coolest custom creations I happen to see people building in LEGO throughout this last week. Everything here is custom, everything here is absolutely awesome. And of course, there's way more than just 10 cool creations. I've linked as many as possible in the description below before I ran out of characters. There is an actual limit to how much you can type down below a YouTube video. I highly recommend you take the time to check out some of these designers I am mentioning, and if you have any extra time, you can also check out our web store, www.brickvault.toys. If you ever wanted to build some amazing LEGO custom creations, this is definitely the spot. The custom build that came out in the web store this week is from the designer Fukusaku, and he has built an extension to the LEGO micro scale universe. There are 6 new Clone Wars designs, tons of amazing creative details the closer and closer you look at these ships, and at a slightly different micro scale, there's also a Republic frigate that he built that looks amazing. Full video and link to the web store is all in the description below, www.brickvault.toys if I didn't mention it before. And now let's jump to the honorable mentions before the top 10. Jonas Kram built an excellent Viking here. Easily my favorite detail is the build for the mustache and beard. Let me know if you can guess the piece he used for those braided sections in yellow, and also that part he used for the nose. Andreas Lenander built the STS Serpent. Remember, we are in Ship-Tember right now. Amazing gyro explorer. From the builder Excetrius, this is titled Off-Grid Camping. Perhaps one of the best setup shots of the week came from Build Better Bricks. These are battle droids. This is simply titled Lego Art by Riley Matuza. It's true, the eyes really do follow you. From Ivan Martinov, this is Starspawn of Cthulhu, and it's probably one of my favorite Lego Cthulhu builds. From Magnus W, this is one of their adventure vignettes called Plant Technique. I believe that is the outer casing that holds in vine pieces that happens to be wrapped around a lot of the columns. Patrick Biggs built Mutran and Vikan, I hope I'm saying that right. Amazing larger brick built figures. And here's another brick built figure, Architaka Living Forge by Velocijaktor. I featured Galad's work in progress for Ship-Tember. Here is a completed render. Amazing details for this ship. You might remember Lucas Hooter, who's got a ton of Batmobiles up in the web store. This is his latest 2021 Batmobile. I'll let you guys guess if you're going to be seeing a design for this in the web store at some point. This is titled Week 3 from Regen. It's just another update pick of an absolutely amazing digital ship model. From Ben Cossey, this is titled A Worthy Tribute. Very dark, but excellent drama. And then from Gun Building, this is titled The Duchess. Yama Jason titled this Castle on the Sea, and what we have is basically a medieval version of an aircraft carrier. It looks like it's built out of wood. It's got some nice gold ornate details, and instead of airplanes, they're flying dinosaurs. Conceptually, maybe one of the best ideas ever. Marcus Robler titled this Galactic Interceptor. Amazing, sleek little model. This is Marco Morosi's BDA Heavy Mech. Simon Wilde has a nice Resistance Bomber redesign that's worth taking a look at. Jonas Kram titled this The Attic. Love these vignette detailings. And from Woomy World, this is Subier. I just think this is an interesting brick-built character in general. Now let's move on to the top 10. At number 10, from Matthew Terentev, this is the GAZ 2402 Soviet Union's wagon. It's an excellent Technic model, and I really love how this designer sort of made a story out of it. You can see it has been repainted, reinforced, and ready to go into a destruction derby, and then you also see the final details of the aftermath. I like how he brick built in a lot of this damage. It's a pretty excellent model through and through. And then from Ochre Jelly, this is titled M to the Brick. I didn't know about this video, this TikTok video, until I saw this build, and I gotta say, it's just a pretty excellent model. The fact that he managed to make something like this so quickly, and there really are a lot of functions to it. I'm not going to show his full video. I think it's worth going to his channel and actually watching it for yourself. The range of motion on this little brick built face is pretty amazing, and don't blame me if you get this ridiculous techno song stuck in your head. From Marco DeBon, this is the Gundam RX 78-2, and it's an absolutely excellent rendition of this Gundam model at this size. For someone who's been building robots for quite a while, I can see why he is particularly proud of this design, and it is actually up in ideas right now if you wanted to go vote for it. I don't normally support specific projects and ideas because then everybody just sends me emails, but this is definitely something that I would love to see coming down the line as an official set at some point. Number 7, if you're keeping count, moving down the line, from Thorsten Bonsch. This is titled A Short Rest. He has been building tons of Lord of the Rings vignettes. They're all amazing, and some really stand out to me, this one being one of the builds. In particular, some of the things that have stood out to me for this one are the whip detailings that you can see in the top, and also for the sort of wicker chair at the bottom. And then just look at that floor design. Very few builders have put together tile detailing that looks as good as this. And then recently I have not been able to get enough of Mitsuru Nikaido's builds. Number 6, moving down. The simple title here is Lego Robot Arms, but really what we have is a robotic arm and a robotic, well, a pistol also that's sort of built in the same robotic style. The pistol itself has this interesting sort of folding out function in the front. Maybe that's how some of the recoil is absorbed from shooting. It's sort of hard to say, but the detailing is pretty intricate and also very unique. It doesn't really look like a conventional gun that I think exists nowadays. It's really its own design. And then I did mention last week from his other build that he should make a robotic arm with the same figure design, and it looks like he had already been working on it, because here is an amazing robotic hand slash forearm. The proportions are great, the detailing is so intricate, and there's also a massive range of motion. I'm curious to know how structurally sound this whole thing is. You can see it holding the pistol. It's being supported a little bit by some trans pieces, and altogether it is just one of the cooler, larger robotic humanoid builds, especially when you see the arm and the pistol together. Number 5, moving down, is such a fun looking build. It feels like it's simple, at least on a very quick glance. 100% of this is brick built. I love the way he got that striping on this ship. It is by far one of the loudest color combinations I have seen throughout the year, and the concept for this model feels relatively simple, yet just pops so incredibly well. From Ben Smith, this is titled The Ark, and he has been working on this model for quite a long time, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I apologize if I've shown this model off as a work in progress at one point or another, but this is the first time I'm really seeing some amazingly rendered photos for it. The basic idea is that this ship is designed for a 100-year mission to colonize a distant planet, so several generations have to be able to live inside this ship as it travels across the galaxy. The external and internal detailings are absolutely awesome. The whole thing is rigged with LEDs. Just about every inch of this model is, it looks like. And on top of that, the ring itself does rotate, which means there's a strong enough structure and motor on the inside to make this whole Lego model function in the way that it should within the universe that it has been designed in. And it is by far one of the coolest ships I have seen all year. Jumping down to number 3, this is from the builder Jayfa, and I think the title here is Tyto. This is the guardian spirit of the woodlands, and it's got such an excellent sense of style and detailing. The face reminds me of something similar to a barn owl. It's got some nice antlers. Of course, every woodland spirit always has antlers for some reason. The feather detailing looks amazing. The plumage on the chest really pops well, and the animal character itself has quite a lot of life and energy. It can be posed with a lot of presence. Moving down to number 2 from Vincent's Lego Creations, this is simply titled Harp. It's embroidered, it's embossed, it's got such amazing inlaid carved looking details. It looks like this was carved out of wood, or at least that is, I believe, some initial intention that we have. I'm not sure what strings are being used here, what types of details make up those strings, if they're official Lego pieces or not, or who knows, maybe this is just Lego bricks actually actually built around a real harp. It's really hard to tell. It's just amazing embroidery and accentuated features across the entire body of this build. And this is simply the first time I've seen anybody trying to make a harp out of Lego, and I'd be hard pressed to find anyone that could beat it. Now we're jumping on to the number 1 MOC of the week. Remember, I'm not really going in any order of best to worst, but this is the final one I'm showing you. From Mansur, Soeleman, Tim Goddard, and Inthert comes Tealus Prime. I believe this is a world that doesn't actually exist in the Star Wars universe, and if this does look familiar, yes, this build has been done quite a while ago, but recently some nice photos were taken of this, and I actually didn't really talk about it the last time when it was first published. So anyways, this is the number 1 for me, even though this build came out a few months back. There are just so many excellent colors. Each micro model has a really distinct sense of style and shape. Their scales might be varying a bit here and there. Some stuff is much larger or much smaller than it should be compared to other vehicles that you can see on the ground or in the air. But that's not really what this type of model is about, this collaborative build. There's a nice composition of open space and then clutter details with different types of vehicles kind of all mishmashed together. The colors look excellent, and it's hard to focus on any one specific detail or micro build or MIDI size build. All I can say is that when you look at this whole area, it really is one of those larger scale models that grabs your eye in a way that very few big builds usually do. Anyways, that is it for the top 10 MOCs of the week episode. Let me know which ones were your favorite. If you have any time, I highly recommend you check out these builders in the description below. Also, you can check out our web store, www.brickvault.toys, if you wanted to build any amazing Lego custom creations for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy our content, you can always like, subscribe, comment, share the video, do whatever it is that you want to do, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.